Why, hello everyone, and a welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is, of course, Tuesday, April 6th, 2021. We are going to be starting a new Factorio series with Sea Block today. Yes, hello. Lots of people coming to the day one. I'm also a little bit off kilter, but things are interesting right now because this I've got right next to me a literal piano. Well, close enough. It's electric piano, Donner DEP-20, and the thing that I have it on is a little bit large, and I have it hooked up to the computer, so you can hear it if I decide to push the buttons. You could also hear it when the cats decide to walk over it. So there's that too. And I have been tapping away at it since actually getting it. Why is it more people come to Sea Block stream than Pi Block stream? Well, A, more people come to the day one, and B, Sea Block is more searched than Pi Block is. Yeah, well, see, no one searches for Pi Block. People search for Sea Block, not Pi Block. They don't know what that is, so they can't search it. They can't search for they'd search for Pyanodon's version of Sea Block, which is Pi Block. It's a thing that exists. We're not going to be playing that today. We're going to be playing Sea Block today. So I have to mention, I've got a visitor. Hello, Ollie. Emerging from the window, crawling over the coffee pot. Hi. Hello, Ollie. How are you? How are you? You're gonna distract me because he's hungry. He wants food. But he's gonna distract everyone until he gets what he wants. Even if we're not the one that gives him what he wants. Yes, you plop. You plop right down. Quality of Life Vanilla is my previous series that didn't really finish. It was a mega base with Quality of Life mods, mostly vanilla. Was going eh. I got through the content of the game, and all that's left is scaling up to the arbitrary goal of 3,000 science per minute. And I got bored. And so did everyone else because no one was watching the thing on all the streams. And we've had a series of stream cancellations over this past few weeks here for various reasons, between weather, between feeling a little bit under the weather, and between Easter on Sunday. Quite a few streams have not happened. So let's get back to a regular schedule going forward. Now, I did mention Sunday was Easter. I hope everyone who celebrates Easter had a good time. We had a good time. We had a big ham meal, and there was candy. There was candy. I've got bunnies, which you can barely see because they're green screened out, but there's bunnies that aren't actually bunnies. These are the super cheapos. I've got the really good Easter jelly beans here, the really good kind. I've got a Lindt dark chocolate bunny. I've got these things. You know what these things are? These aren't little mounds of just chocolate. These are chocolate covered coffee beans. This is chocolate covered coffee, which is great. Love the coffee. Love the coffee. And then there's a thing I don't have here. There was a little chocolate bar thing that I already ate. And then there's one more thing. And then there's this. A gigantic chocolate egg with a green ribbon, which is green screened out. Yeah. We've got the giganto dark chocolate egg. It's a big egg. Yes, it's hollow. And unfortunately, I would not it would not be nice if that was actually full up. Hello, welcome. We are going to be starting our brand new Sea Block series today. I will mention as I load up the game here that I have said that I wasn't inclined to play Sea Block. I think the only thing I really said that I would never do is space exploration, as well as of course IR, but I was always hesitant of doing Sea Block because it is such a slow start, and it is a very slow start. Let's have the game up here, shall we? So we'll run on a faster game speed to help a little bit with some of the slow start, but we'll play it, and if over time people stop watching it, we'll move on to something else. That's just the normal thing, right? First off, we need to discuss what mods are active for this playthrough. I do have this listed out. Just shout into the heavens if anything is incompatible, because that can happen. If there's a mod I have enabled that is straight up incompatible, there's going to be a few that are here that are... We'll get to it. So to-do list helps keep track of what we're doing at any given time when I actually use it. When I actually use to-do list, it helps out a bit. We have actual craft time, which is just one of those quality of life mods that I always will use. We have additional pace settings, Afraid of the Dark to make things brighter. We have Angels, Mass Transit Storage Options, Bioprocessing, Industries, Petrochem, Refining, Smelting, and a bunch of artisanal reskins below that. Of note... Am I playing the updated Sea Block or the old one? I don't know what you mean by the updated Sea Block. I have Sea Block 0.5.3. I don't know what you mean by new or old. There's a new. There is a new. Because the stuff this is made by Trainwreck. I have turned on and then turned off again the Sea Block pack. So that's going to be the basis of the mod list, is that I have done Sea Block pack, which is 1.1.2. It is a little outdated, particularly FNEI. But I turn this off because I don't use FNEI in particular, and there's a few other things that I add to this list that I do use. In particular, noticeably not in here for Angels mods is the Angels Industries, which adds in the Angels logistics robots. The low-tier Angel bots. Also, Bobs. We have essentially all of Bobs, including Greenhouse mod. The one thing that Sea Block Pack will not enable, well, there's two things that Sea Block Pack will not enable. with Bob's. I'm gonna sneeze. The cat jumped in my lap a little bit. Don't you have to download the mods from the forums to make sure it works? I don't know. Ollie. Ollie, that's a really high note you just hit. Mods from forums to make sure it works. Updates to Angel's Bob's might cause deadlocks. 3 things, actually. This isn't Bob's. This isn't Bob here. But, yeah, so with Angels, it doesn't enable Mance Transit. So here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Biters are required. Even if you turn biters off, you still get the worms no matter what. Unless they actually fix that, but no matter what, there's going to be the worms in the fog, I think. At least that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. Here in Sea Block, the setting doesn't matter. You're always gonna have the worms. I'm fine with the worms. That's actually not as bad of an issue. I mean, it's still tedious to continue your expansion, having to continuously clear them out, but it's it is a means of slowing your progression initially. You think it's fixed? Well, we'll find out if it's fixed and exactly what version we're going with. I literally just set this up this morning in like 15 minutes, so there might be problems that we'll have to troubleshoot here. So with Bob's, there's no greenhouse by default. I'm using the freaking greenhouse. The Angel's Arboretums can suck it. I'm using the greenhouse mod. That you can't stop me from using the greenhouse mod. As it stands, you still have to make trees to get wood, and it's a different cycle than as what it used to be a long time ago, where the thing just gave you wood for water. It is more complex now. But, yeah. The mod pack that has it fixed is the Sea Block Updated pack. Sea Block Updated pack. You got to give me a proper name. There's something that's not made by Trainwreck. There is a custom version. Hiding unnecessary clutter and reordering stuff. There's stuff. A variant. Oh my gosh. So there's Ix, and then there's a Fork of Seraph variant of stuff. Updated Sea Block. It's called Updated Sea Block. Well, that name doesn't show up on here. There's Sea Block tweaks. There's the Sea Block pack. Ah, you're saying so Kiwi Hawk took over. You can actually search by author, by the way. That's Arendelle. That's no one with that mod author name. It doesn't exist for 1.1. It might exist, but not 1.1. And that's the difference. Da-da. Yeah, it's deprecated by Kellen2255. Sea Block Pack updated. It just changes Angel's warehouses with Angel's storage options. It's fine. We're good. Like the change that's made, it was, yeah, Sea Block Pack loads up with Angel storage options. As I've mentioned, currently it doesn't have mass transit for whatever reason, so I've put that on, as well as I've put greenhouses, because why would I not have greenhouses? Let's see. We've got bulk rail loader for what good that'll do. We have bottleneck. We have circuit processing, which is part of C Block Pack. I've never particularly liked some of the changes made in circuit processing, particularly the changes to the modules. But I guess we'll have to live with that for now. We have clocks, we have deadlocks, belt boxes and loaders, we have death markers, just in case. We have enhanced map colors, even distribution. We have explosive excavation. This gets enabled by default with C Block Pack when you enable it. Factorio library for the artisanal reskins, and standard library for something else that might use it. Hell mod, of course. Infinite techs. I want inventory space in particular. We've got KS power and landfill painting. It's fine. It's fine. We have nanobots, of course. Of course we have nanobots. We have quality of life research, renamer, science cost tweaker, which is part of C Block Pack. We have C Block. We have space extension. Not to be confused with space exploration. Not to be confused with space exploration. This is Space Extension by Lord Kator, not Arendelle. This is a very different mod. Squeak Through, Stone Water Wells, Train Supply Manager, Ultimate Belts, which I think has built-in compatibility with Deadlocks. So you get Deadlocks loaders versions of the Ultimate Belts. And they work now in the most recent version of the game, because they actually fixed an issue with fast loaders. Previously, loaders could only actually load or unload one item per tick per lane, meaning that a single loader would cap out at 60 per lane or 120 items per second, even if they were technically supposed to be faster than that. The developers have managed to fix this, and they can now process more than one item per tick, which is great. They can actually get the full speed that they're supposed to have at this point. We have Vehicle Snap, of course. And what is it really used for? And that is the entire set of mods that I currently have for this save that we are about to start up. And we can, of course, go into a new game, and we can do the things that I would normally do in a save, which would be to disable cliffs and to disable enemy bases. Pollution is off, actually, by default. And we want to have the research queue, always. Let's not forget that very important detail. And let's see if the enemy base setting actually matters, or is it a What do I want to adjust in the startup settings? Got to make sure that I always go into here to just check if things are okay. The industry overhaul is off, so no components will be added. It basically, by default, it just is the logistics stuff, which is exactly what I want. We've got auto barreling enabled, which is fine. We've got the reskins. Ah, by the way, artisanal reskins. I don't have shinies this time because circuit processing overrides the circuit icons from shinies. However, artisanal reskins has a compatibility mod that I have enabled that will override circuit processing. That will actually give you the proper circuit icons from artisanal reskins. There was something that I didn't want to have enabled usually. But I guess I have to this time because I don't have shinies. Normally what I would have is the electronics off on here to use shinies versions of the circuits, because I much prefer shiny circuits, but we'll go with this. And just get used to it over time. So yes, we are reskinning stuff. We've got all of these settings. What about Sea Block? Default landfill type is a thing that we can actually set. Do we really want to have sand? The graphics quality went down a few minutes ago? Odd. I'm streaming at the same exact bitrate and I don't have anything changing the, or I don't have any drop frames. Could be blips in the internet causing issues. By the way, yesterday, Cox, my internet service provider, had issues in my area. Fortunately, today, we're at full speed. There were issues with certain sites would not load. Certain sites would not load. So do we want to have anything other than sand here? Yeah, we'll change it to, grass. Let's actually build on grass. So another issue I have with SpaceX, the space extension mod, is very specifically the FTL tech costs with Bobs and Angels installed. Because for whatever reason, it costs $2 million per tech times 8 techs for the FTL theory technologies, which is a lot. And as we saw in our Angels playthrough a bit ago, you can build a big base and it will still take hours to actually process those technologies where you are just sitting and waiting. So I was thinking about making a manual edit to reduce the cost of the FTL techs specifically by a factor of 10. 5 to 10. But we shall see. That looks fine to me. Anything I need to look at under map settings? I don't think so. We're allowing any item with bulk rail loaders. Nanobots should be allowed in networks. And then here, this will fix in-game. I think there might be a thing or two. I use the green 7-segmented clock, but I show playtime. Oh yeah, we changed the default, so now we have to reload. This would be where the graphics would go down, though. This would be where we might get a few graphics issues, is on the game loading, because when the game loads, this is a multi-threaded process that uses your entire 100% of your CPU. Hello and welcome. Welcome. By the way, I had one of those, like, moments earlier. I was looking at mods, and I was looking at multi-product recipe details, because I was thinking to myself, I've used multi-product recipe details in a lot of my mod lists, and it's superfluous now. It's sort of been replaced with vanilla functionality. What the mod would do is it would list out the multiple outputs of a recipe as text in the description of a recipe. Because previously in Factorio, if a recipe had multiple outputs, you would see only the icons of those outputs, and you wouldn't be able to see what the actual names of those outputs would be. This is very important to know what those icons are if you're playing something like Pyanodon's mods or Angels, Petrochem. Very, very specific problem with multi-fluids of different fluid types. So that mod really helped at the time, but as of, I don't know, 0.18, 1.0, the UI was changed, and it now actually does tell you what the multiple recipe outputs are. Meaning that the mod is not needed anymore, and I'm not using it anymore. But I went to the multi-product recipe details page because I was wondering, why is this mod even updated for 1.1? Why is it not marked as, like, deprecated or something? I mean, yeah, it's useful if you're still running 0.17, but I was wondering, why is this mod updated to 1.1? Isn't it, like, not a thing anymore? And I go there, and there is, in the discussion section, Chris Deck made a post requesting it to be updated to 1.1. And the mod author is like, why? Why are you still using this mod in 1.1? Because they've used it in 0.18 and updated. They explain that the mod author explains that since 0.18, the new UI lists all the recipe products individually, which is this functionality, so he doesn't really understand the point. And then Chris Deck says that they're not aware of that, or not that I'm aware of. He's been using it because I use it. Because Otaku Showboat uses it. Playing with the full Pyandon suite. So they updated the mod because someone was using it, because I was using it, playing Pyandons. Okay. I mean, sometimes I have mods enabled that aren't actually useful. Sometimes I have things like Nixie tubes enabled and in the game that I never actually use in a playthrough. Have we thought about that? Alright, so let's do new game again. Let's get that for what good this'll do. Let's see if this does anything, and hit the play button. 33 minutes in. Let's actually... Hello. Now that's a start. So, the point is that we're on this little piece of 2x2 land with a single rock in the middle, right? So, we just got this. Free land. 1 tile away. With a tree. Huh. Oh, they fixed it. They did fix it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You just saw that DVR feature, you can actually scroll back. I didn't do anything to the seed. I loaded up the game. I put the settings for the map. I didn't even touch the map seed or randomize it. That's it. That's all. Just random. I turned cliffs off. And, I don't know if they... I think that there are cliffs, yes, still. So that's a feature, unfortunately, that isn't part of this. It still does not respect the cliff settings, unfortunately. But it does seem to respect the biter settings now. We're going to set my color to cobalt, or as close to cobalt as we can get now. It doesn't actually... The alpha setting doesn't actually do anything. It's so sad. It's so sad. Oh my goodness, this new menu screen is so small. So what do I do again? I need to make crushed ceratite. Huh. Interesting. I need to place a little bit of landfill. If I'm sharing the seed, I will share the seed. I don't know how Sea Block creates the map if Sea Block respects the map seed. I'm going to save as Sea Block 0. Go to load, do the thing, copy the thing. And I'm going to put it into a text document, Sea Block map string.txt. And this is going to go right onto my Discord server. You can find the link to my Discord in the description below the video. It is open to everyone. That is going to go under Factorio string sharing. Let me go in and add... Huh? Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. So there's the, So there's the map string and the... Oh, wow, they changed that. Holy... What? Discord? Discord? Why did you do the thingy? Huh. Apparently, Discord now reads the contents of text files and displays them in the chat. And you can copy-paste. You can download and you can copy-paste. And you can, like, set code language. That's interesting. It did that to everything. It never used to do that for text files. And it just now, for me, as I uploaded these, displayed the context of the text file, displayed the contents of the text file. It had never done that before posting any text file, even from... So at some point between the 19th of March and today, there was an update of some description, because the last time I posted a text file was the map exchange string for vanilla quality of life megabase, and that did not do this. Did not display them. Say you wanted the string posted in the chat for whatever reason. Here, have a... Started like a week ago. Yeah. It doesn't let me actually... Oh, it would help if I... Oh, it's too big. I can't actually paste the map exchange string in the chat because the chat is limited to 200 characters, and this is over 400. It's 486 characters. You can only do 200 in a single Twitch chat. So just head on over to the Discord server. The link is in the description. I think I can do !Discord. Streamlabs. Streamlabs. There you go, Streamlabs. Started like a week ago? Yeah. I know it's somewhat new. I don't think I like that behavior. I don't think I like that behavior because there's a lot of moderation implications to having Discord display the full text contents of a document that's been posted in Discord. There's implications. Oh my, what? That was 2 trees and a desert garden. So I got 200 wood out of that. That's pretty nice. Do I want to bridge my way anywhere? Oh, it displays the whole thing. It just... It truncates the first few lines, but it has a button that you can push that expands to show the entire thing. You can push... There is a expand button, and it shows the entire document when you push the expand button. I can already see how that can be abused by people. But anyway, it's the behavior now. Also, you know what? I set the default to grass. The problem I've always had with landfill painting's existence is that if I click on this sand, it uses a unit of my landfill to change it to grass. Why? Why does it use my landfill to change land to land? That's always been something I've found a little bit odd. It's like, yes, let's change land to land, and cost landfill to change land to land. I like trees. Do you like trees? That 3 trees? What? I'm not used to that many trees. I am not used to this many trees being available so easily. Like, huh? Yeah, it's like we're throwing out the sand. We're just shoving the sand into deep water, I guess. Once we actually have factory stuff moving, I will set the game speed to at least 2. But for now, I need to make myself a space. Do we try to be efficient? Ish. Now, I could snake my way up to there, but we'll get there in the natural course of things. I think that the thing to do would be to fill in here. Just make use of this stuff that I've already done. Whoops. Now to paint the planet. Let's get this bigger. I have no clue what sort of dimensions I want for various things. How I actually want to build this. Because the main thing about Sea Block is you need to make some decisions about what you're making at any one period of time. Especially early on. Well, specifically early on. Because, yeah. You don't have a lot of space to work with. And your choice is to either make landfill for more space, or make plates for more science and progression. You have to choose. Choose which path you shall go down at any one time, because it's not really that simple to do both. But if you tech up, well, then it becomes a little bit easier to make the resources, right? And to make the landfill again. So you want to keep doing that. You want to keep advancing in tech, right? Alright, now I can grow that a little bit. Going down. Might want to... Oh, or not. Might want to save a little bit. No. No, I don't. Turbines! Glorious wind turbines. How the F do I actually properly set you up again? I'm going to need some, power poles. Oh, hey. We have power poles. Excellent. Let's go from the top down and get the proper alignments going here. Really? Really? Lasai. And then, same thing, just right next door. Different set of power poles to power these. Yeah. Always the way, right? Always gonna be one tile off. These I'm gonna place... Okay, I can actually do these automatically. There used to be a time where it wasn't quite so easy to do so auto-magically. I still have... How many? 17? Alright then. That's that. How many per line? 26? Hmm? Why? Why you auto-magic higher? I don't know. So how much power are these gonna give me? 3.6. And it fluctuates. No, you cannot fit any between the power poles. I very specifically have placed this in such a way that, yeah, there is just no chance to build it this way. Things would get offset if trying to place between the power poles. Yeah, it doesn't work. That there may be 2 tiles here. That's not in the proper spots. But at least I know that those all exist. There may be... Oh no, there is but 1 tile in here. And they are 2 tiles wide. Alright, let's get ourselves the crusher. Because I don't have one already, and we need one. We need multiple, but hey. We also need to, you know, get the ore from water, which should be a crystallizer. We need water. That needs to be electrolyzed and liquefied and flare stacked with 2 flare stacks. I like my nice lines. I'm not gonna change my nice lines. My nice hacked lines. Why would I add width? Just to use this 4 or 5 tiles? Why would I make it wider to use 5 tiles-ish stuff? Things. Especially, we only have this 120 here. Like, that's not much. I'm not gonna cry about a few tiles. Anyhoozle, let's give this a think. We'll likely have to move that. We electrolyze for slag. Alt mode, please. I need stuff. I need things. I need to rotate this. Okay. Whoops. Yeah. I actually do want that. That is not going to be one of those. Oh, I am oh, there it is. Hi, Bob's Logistics. Hello, actual transport belts. So the Bob's belts go up to 75. And then the ultra fast start at 90. And go all the way up to 270. Cool. And then we have the deadlocks that also go all the way up to 270. Wait, there's no gray? There's no gray. Huh. I did not know that. Well, alrighty then. We'll work with it. Get these down. Ta-da! Water, water. Now, do I want this here? Oh, that's a great question. Move the turbines non-adjacent to poles around. So. That is not any different. That is not any different. Like it just changes how it looks. It's not really changing the amount of total space. I don't see how that's changing the total space used at all. It just makes it look different. I'm gonna bring this over here. Oh my gosh, the mining speed is so bad. I need mining speed upgrades very quickly. There you go. Now you can do things, and I can do that. And then I don't have inserters yet. Oh, that's great. It's fantastic. Give me slag. Slag gets liquefied in a liquefier. Liquefier. I'm actually going to put it here. There's going to be a lot of rebuilding over the course of things. Oh, I need a thingy to crush the slag, and it needs fuel, which at the start is going to be that wood. That makes the crushed stone, that makes the mineralized water. It needs 10. Each unit of slag makes 2 crushed stone. That has made stuffs. And then a crystallizer will crystallize the mineralized water into ores. Provided I have power! And of course, at the start, everything is manual until we get access to the glorious things. Now, there's something I should have been doing the entire time, which is handcrafting cellulose fiber from nothing. So that is what I will do. I will queue up infinity amounts of cellulose fiber. And we will go from there. Congrats, we've... Step 1-ish complete. I have a thing of stereotype. Great. I need a couple more burner crushers. I will also need furnaces. As furnaces and such. And this is the point where we're gonna do game speed 10. There we go. Shift C is your friend. Oops, I accidentally shot my building. Do you like game speed 10? I like game speed 10. Game speed 10 is great. We're gonna set that down to 2. Now that we've gotten a few units of things. I need to make crushed stereotype. So let me throw in that stereotype and make the crushed version. Thank you for that, tech. Landfill exists now as a thing I can make out of crushed stone. Glorious crushed stone, which is our gateway to ores of all kinds. So we will have to make a decision of whether or not to make landfill with our stone or make ore with our stone. Okay, basic circuit boards and copper cables will happen once I have made brown algae. And that unlocks loads of things to get into the circuits. And that will lead into science once you've actually made a lab. And then things can truly happen. Noting that all of this up until here is without inserters. We have to get here to get into the inserters and belt. Great. Alright then. I have made the furnaces. I need another one of these for that. Who is... Oh, right, it's just, This needs all of the glorious crushed stone. It's just click, 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 click from here. Now, I will note that I just don't have that much experience with Sea Block in the later phases, in particular. You there. You are going to get that. You are going to get that. This is going to give me copper. Note that we have a bunch of iron, we just don't have the copper at the moment. I'll take that away. Ha! I have to laugh at the concept of some things making some things. Why, hello, my dolly is here. Hello, my sweet. Duh, she doesn't want to be here. Hi. Hi, you're kicking. You're kicking? Oh yeah, we got one of these things. What's that? What's that, huh? This is supposed to help with, grinding the nails down. And while the package said it can work with cats, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a while before that noise doesn't spook them. And it's gonna take a while before the feeling on the nail of the literal Dremel head doesn't cause them to just jerk right back the moment they start to feel it. I have managed to get both kittens a claw touching the drill head with it on. I've managed to get both of them to have at least one claw, at least one time, touching the grinder head on this thing. Dolly was once. Ollie, a few more times than that. About 4 or 5 times. But he is quickly learning what this thing means and is not having it. You want the... Ew. Okay. So, you're saying... So that uses the same footprint, but is a little bit more dense of a pattern. So what's been posted on the Discord is a different pattern for these things. I don't need anywhere near the amount of stuff. What stays the same here? So these guys... No. Nothing stays the same. So it's like the entire thing has to be redone to get it to fit that pattern. Nearly. Near enough. It'll be easier to do it this way. So this pattern works where this one tile stays empty, and then that row exists on that alignment. But, you know, therein lies the problem. So, slight issue. Am I off by one? No. So, I would need to move these up one, which also prevents the next, set. So that's 2. No, it's fine. It's the same. The pattern stays the same. It's just I have to move the... I just have to move the power poles up a tile. 1 tile. And redo the entire thing. Do I even want that one on the end? No. Do I even want these ones on the end? No. But yeah, that is a denser arrangement. It's just I needed to redo the power poles. See, there was a reason. There was a reason why I didn't really see... Wait, am I accurate? I think so. Yeah. Ish? See, this is an arrangement with 3 power poles. The one that you gave is an arrangement with 2. But I'm pretty sure this is fine. The only issue that I actually have is, I need to pick everything up on a much lower mining speed than what I'm used to. And we'll see how many, or how much more compact this ends up being in the grand scheme. So all of these guys need to be picked up. May as well pick everything up. Not like I need the power at max at the moment. So let's just redo this completely. Because if we can save a lot of tiles on the bottom, we could use that space for something else. Just gotta remember that's one tile down. So it's 5, 6, 6. Is it only one left? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's a bit of space there in the grand scheme, because that went all the way down to here. And it will tile outwards. Alright. We have taken the time and done the thing in an ever so slightly more efficient way. Speaking of which, give me stuffs. Oh yeah, this also gives crushed stone. You get crushed stone out of this and out of this for making even more stuff, and it loops. Oh, the math is gonna be great. Wait, why are you? Even distribution doesn't want me to hold on to this many iron plates at any given amount of time. That's purely an even distribution thing. And those settings, yeah, the game doesn't respect these settings. It's part of a startup setting, or not a startup, a per player setting. I think it's per player. Is it per player or is it map? Huh? Settings moved to inventory screen. Right. This. I don't like that they moved this here. Da 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 ba. Customize using the personal logistics slots. Then why are you shoving 200 iron plates in here? Huh? Don't like. Why is that even a thing? Drop items to machine outputs? You're crazy. Why would I ever want to drop items into an output slot on a machine? No. No. Anyway, I need to make brown algae. Out of all of this stuff, I need to make brown algae, which means making an algae farm. At least one. And placing it. Oh, this one uses the Okay, it's just... is just water on this one. Also, it would be nice if I could make a repair pack. La di 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 da times 2 speed, by the way, and that's how fast that goes. Alright, what else? What else? What else? Welcome to the Discord. Welcome, folks, to the Discord. If you want the map exchange string and the list of mods, they've been posted on the Discord server. You can find the link in the description below the video. My goodness, I haven't seen this many viewers in a very long time. It's been a while. Hi. Glad to see ya. We usually have about 4. We've got 17 at the moment, and we've hit 20 today. What's the peak been? 22. That's the peak. Is good day. Is good day, because we've started up something new. Because it says day 1 in the title, right? I'm willing to bet it's because it says day 1 in the title. Next, make a circuit board. Sure. Make a circuit board. We need a wooden board. We need a wooden board, which needs 2 paper, which needs 2.5 cellulose pulp, which needs alginic acid, which each 2 is 10. Yes, YouTube is loving me today, particularly because people search for Sea Block. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought that people search for Sea Block? At least I'm assuming it's the search. The one thing you dislike about Sea Block is the building sizes. Well, the buildings aren't really Sea Block. Now, are they? The buildings are angels. For the most part. The algae farm, the crystallizer, the crushers, the liquefier, and the electrolyzer. These are all angels. And it's the Angels Flare stack. All this is just straight up Angels mods. Irrespective of Sea Block itself, all these exist normal Angels. It's just Sea Block is using these buildings in this way, and it's very large buildings specifically as a form of balance to balance out, oh hey, you have a very limited amount of space to work with, unless you build additional space. Okay, I need circuit board. Let's go ahead and make 5. Do our Shift-C even distribution shenanigans. Okay, we have done a thing. This has unlocked inserters. Thank goodness. Inserters and belts. Now we can actually begin to automate some of this stuff. Our next mission is to get the electromagnetism lab. Which, yeah, that's actually just build the lab. That's the easy part. You just build the lab, and you're good. And we have finished with that. Now we get into the standard gameplay loop of actually making science and doing stuff. the first thing to take is always going to be to get access to the undergrounds and splitters. That seems like a glorious idea. I need copper plates to get sufficient amounts of these things. Note that Science Cost Tweaker does actually rebalance the raw resources required for the specific sciences. This is now 1 copper plate and 2 iron plates, and that changes for green as well. And it changes it and rebalances it in a way that's a little bit better to the production ratios of what you're getting in Sea Block in particular, with the actual Sea Block stuff. So we're just going to immediately make 10 science here to pick up basic logistics. Of course, I also... Oh, hey, burner generators. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Have a nice run. Thank you. I hope this is a nice run as we go through it. We'll see how many people will decide to return. Oh, there's the alert. Alert. Come on. Alert. Are my alerts dead? Oh. Yes. The answer is yes.
Have a nice run.
There it goes. Thank you. You think the start of the game is too slow? I do too. There's a reason I haven't played this in the amount of time I've been streaming Factorio. The start is a little slow, and that is why we're running at ×2 speed. We will increase the speed of the game as necessary. There is stuff that I can do right now as I get those sciences and I process those sciences, etc., etc. We have automation to set up. Once we are automated, and the only thing that we have left to do is just sit, I'm going to crank the game speed up until we have something else to do. For now, I am interested in what? I am interested in making... Well, power is great. What is burner electric generator? You're asking about the super chat? That was Korean won? You're hoping to learn something? I make 0 guarantees, but people usually pick up something from watching my content. Oh, hey, I can make the repair pack now. Yay! Yeah, repair that little bit of accidental damage that I inflicted on my stuffs. Oh, hi. Yeah, those would be good. Give me some glorious things. I want inserters. I want belts. Some underground belts would be nice. I need more copper. Copper would be nice. Please. Please. I could make 1 splitter. I don't need splitters at the moment. What I need are the, Oh, and if you're asking, like, what these things are, that's gonna be a while. Okay, what next? What next? Everything is happening. I need scale. Scale is what I need. How much power am I currently using? Not a ton, which is very nice. Give me a couple more electrolyzers. What is the ratio? That can do 15! Okay, that can do that much from 7. That makes that much. $30 to 8 to 1. 30 to 8 to 1. Yeah, we can add a few more things. However, the electrolyzers are going to be what use the most amount of our power. Because these things use 310 kilowatts. Yeah, that's a bit compared to what we got. Oh, nanobots would be great to have right about now, but oh well. I need to think about how my automation is gonna look here. Let's pick some of this stuff up. We need to relocate things as we start to build for scale. So I want this guy repeated a few times. I don't really need the extra doohickeys there. We need a gap of 1. I want that. There you go. Fluids. So you do 200 per cycle, which is crafting speed 2. Every 0.5 seconds. So it is processing 200 per second. Okay. Which means that if I have... Oh. I only need 1 for a while. I only need 1 for a while. I don't need that. There you go. Now I gotta get the slag out. Give me my inserters. Give me more inserters. That would be great. Ah, that is not a great spot for you. There you go. Better spot for you. Yeah, let's do that. Ta-da! And then over here, we're going to take that slag and we're going to have to crush it. Somewhere. One of these can do 1. This is making 0.75. Yep. I will need fuel. We'll think about that later. That sounds like a later problem. And that makes 2. I then need my glorious crystallizer. Which, no, not the crystallizer, the liquefier. Which I only really need 1 of. What is the throughput? Not... Okay. Yeah, 1 of those is not capable of doing 2 per second. Just gonna make that completely, plainly clear. Just add water. Let's add water through a new water source. If you came here wanting to learn how to build compactly, you have not seen my streams, have you? Yeah, we don't do that here. How much do you process per second? 150. Okay. Really? That is 1-to-1? Hmm. Well, that's very nice. And then we get into this issue. I need a splitter. This splitter is going to help a lot because it has filters. Where do those ores live? Under what tab? Here they are. That's... yeah, so just filter out on one side the stuffs. Yeah, one is probably going to be enough here for at a moment. See? That splits them up. Oh, right, the crushed stone feedback. Yeah, we'll, oh, I need more belt. Give belt. Do the thing. I need more splitters. How unfortunate. Ah, good. More splitter. I only needed one. I only actually needed one extra splitter, I think. Nah, two. Two, because, reasons. Yes, reasons. How very specific of me. Output, output, not there. There. Filter the crushed stone out the opposite direction. Yeah, let's not waste throughput. You can probably tell that I need to add in a underground in this specific circumstance. Let there be power! Yep, I need some undergrounds now. And more belt. How about inserters? I have 11. Good. That is the alarm to indicate that we are halfway through today's stream, meaning it is about time to take a brief break of just a few minutes. Ooh, wrong spacing there, buddy. Really? It's a modded belt that has not been updated to use the new mechanic. Yes, that is exactly what I want right there. You're gonna get that half. You're gonna get that half. And then they will output into glorious, beautiful chests. Ta-da! We are automated. For plates. The plates have been automated. which is great. I will need to actually get the automation science before I could actually automate the production of the landfill, because the landfill will require a regular assembling machine. With that, folks, it is time to take a brief break. I'm going to let the game run and accrue some resources. I'm going to let the game run on times 5 speed while we wait for a few resources to accrue here. This is completely automated. We don't need to worry about much of anything with this. It just is going to go forever until we accrue all the things, or we run out of our fuel sources on our things. I will be taking a brief break to walk around a little bit, and we'll be back in about 3 to 4 minutes. Enjoy Factorio music in the meanwhile. And I have returned. Welcome back, folks. Just a very brief break, during which time I've made a few things. And, of course, this ran out of juice in the process. Oh, hey, I didn't end up doing the thing that I said I need to be perpetually doing, which is making cellulose fiber. Never stop making the cellulose fiber, which as it just so happens, is the next thing that will also need to be automated. Or is a thing that will also need to be automated. And oh god, that logistics work is just it's great. It's great. Do you like Oh, I heard a meow. I heard a meow. Who's here? Who's here? Is that my dolly I hear? Meow. Hello, my dolly. Meow. Dolly, come on. Coming up. Coming up, Dolly. She wants to play. Dolly. Where's my girl? Where's my baby? Where's my baby? Is that my baby? No, she just wants to play. She just wants to play. Okay, next. Options. A, slow things. Not to 1, to 2, thanks. Yes, piano Dolly. Dolly, is she gonna go on the piano? We shall see. We already had Ollie hit key or 2. Okay, yeah. Algae farms, we'll need a few of those at some point. Our goal is to get a better supply of power at some point, and we need to upgrade the burners to stuff that uses power, so that the only thing that needs to be fueled through fuel are the furnaces, until eventually those can also be electrified. So lots of stuff to do, and you can probably tell already, but we would like to have a bit more space. At some point, you know. For now, I want 10 units of science, and I want to process said science all the way down here. So that is our very first thing that we will do. Because I need to siphon off a bit of the crushed stone to make wonderful landfill. Beautiful and glorious amounts of landfill. In the meanwhile, as that's happening, I need a doohickey. I don't have a tech yet that gives me the other algae. There we go. There it is. So this is a loop, by the way. With the green algae, it's 50 green algae for 80 mineralized water. Meow. 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 A baby. Is that my baby? Come here. Come here. I gotcha. I got a baby. I caught a baby. She's not really a baby, but she's my baby. She's one of the two. Hello, my dolly. Yes, a baby. A baby. 1-year-old kitties. They're just over a year old. A year and half a month. Yes, my dolly. Yes, my dolly. Great big bushy tail. She wants to play. She wants to play. Speaking of play, the other day, you know, it being a holiday, I was looking on Twitter, and I followed these accounts that post deals on Nintendo products, right? And I saw a very important thing. Something I didn't quite realize was a thing was on sale, and that was completely unrelated to any of the games that I stream. I've mentioned before that I do play a very specific franchise of rhythm game on console called the Hatsune Miku Project Diva franchise, or just the Miku series. It is a game series published by Sega with Vocaloid music on it. Various different styles of music, just done with the Yamaha Vocaloid voices. And turns out there's one for the Nintendo Switch that I didn't even really pay much attention to. I forget the name of it. I think it's Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix is the name of the thing. And it was on sale for like $20 for the base game. $20 for the base game, but a whole bunch of DLC songs as well that add to the price. But they were also on sale. So, yeah, I got the whole thing. I got the everything. Okay, I got everything. All of it. All of it the other day. So I have a bit of work ahead of me because it's just like the PS4 Project Diva Future Tone, which I've mentioned in the past was the very first game that I got the Japanese version of to play. I actually had made a Japanese PSN account to get that game and to play that game because it has a lot of songs on it. And basically every single one is in Megamix at the moment. And I'm like, okay. And it has the same the same notes to hit too, to play on a lot of it, and it adds a few new songs, which I was like, cool, new songs to play on top of everything else. But the unfortunate part is I have to go through every single song on hard before it unlocks extreme and extra extreme difficulty. Well, at least with a rhythm game, you can sort of understand having to cover costs of licensing for the DLC, right? I can understand on a rhythm game paying for access to additional songs to play, right? There's like 176 songs that's available with all of the DLC. I need to filter this. Hey! We got an Erudite Otaku member alert come up here. Thank you so much for that. We shall see how long it takes before Streamlabs actually sees it and displays it. There it goes. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming an Erudite Otaku member of the channel. You are also a copper tier patron. You are also a copper tier patron. Thank you so very much for that. Unless you're switching over. In which case, still, I appreciate all of the wonderful support for all of the amount of time that you've been around. Thank you so much for all that. As we approach 10 members of the channel, I want to note that we can unlock a new emote once there are 10 members of the channel. With Johnny's membership just now, I think that brings us to 8 current members of the channel. It did go down a little bit over time. The most we've had is 9, but we now have 8 glorious members. We'll get to 10 and we'll get to 20 eventually. I keep the price low on the intro membership, on the membership that I have, to give it a bit more value versus, say, Twitch sub, for example. Because for those who don't know, with Twitch, the revenue split is 50-50 on subs, approximately. And it's 50-50, but they also take out, taxes from your share rather than theirs, and other associated payment processing fees. So it ends up being a little bit less than 50% that you end up seeing. On YouTube, as opposed to Twitch, the YouTube memberships and all other sources is a 70-30 split in my way. So it is a better revenue share for being on YouTube and for becoming a member of my YouTube community as an Erudite Otaku. And because it's a 70-30 split, I was comfortable with setting the price to the price that it is, I think $1.99 for the membership, as opposed to $5. Or $2.99, I forget. I forget what I even set my price to. It was lower than $5, I can tell you that much. Lower than $5. And I actually see about the same amount in the end per membership as Twitch. It's a little less, but you know what? I'm okay with that. If it encourages more people to become members, then that's great. I think I have more members now than I had Twitch subs consistently. Although, the whole gifting thing doesn't exist on YouTube. I wish YouTube had gift memberships, but unfortunate that they don't quite yet. There are specific Twitch features I wish that YouTube had for streamers, but we gotta base our opinions on the whole of the experience, comparing the two, and I chose to go to YouTube because I felt that the whole of the experience is just better than on Twitch. I will give that Twitch has a better community engagement, I would say, overall, in terms of features that are offered, things like the channel points, the bits system. YouTube's super chats are not quite a one-to-one equivalent to bits, for example. I wanted to do stuff here. I need a splitter. I need a splitter. Split. Give me splitters. I need those splitters. It's good that I can just make them now. Because I want to filter out between these two different types of algae. Of alga. We need to separate the alga. Oh, hey, I got my thingy. I want to do what now? What is the prerequisite for the thingy? Wood processing 2 into green algae processing? Into... Oh god. Hi. Washing. Basic chemistry. Where was that again? I need sulfur, slag, and water treatment. Sulfur, slag, and water treatment to get into brown algae processing. Why do I need to go all the way down to here? Because saline. Because saline water. That's right. Lots of techs to take going forward here. I want that. You need power. And then these guys, I need Assembling machines. How convenient. How convenient the timing. Because now I need the actual assembling machines. If I'm going to do anything with this green algae, I want cellulose. You process 2.5. I've got 1.25 out of these. Yeah, I know, right? As it turns out, day one, people watch. People actually come out to watch day one of stuff. The real measure of the metrics will be from day 2 onwards. Right? That'll be the real way in which we'll see how things go here. Then it's what? Wood pellets value 8, fuel value 8, fuel value 1. Yeah, just restart each stream. Just name every stream day 1. Yeah, you don't need to watch the past to watch day 1. That yes, I understand this. This I do understand. People don't have time to watch several 3-hour streams to catch up. Even though I do attempt to explain things for people who are just tuning in on any current stream day. I do think that even if you haven't watched the majority of a series previously, I can explain what we're doing at any given time, and you can follow based off of that. Make the next day 1.1. Yeah. So in terms of the amount of energy gained here, we get, for our 10 green algae, we get 5 cellulose fiber. And then that cellulose fiber, you can get 12 converted into 2 wood pellets. Now 12, that's 12 megajoules, can convert into 16, but it takes 3 seconds craft time multiplied by the speed of the machine, which is half. So it takes 6 seconds to do this conversion, and the machine uses 100 megawatts, or 100 kilowatts, excuse me, 100 megawatts. 100 kilowatts, that's 600 kilowatts lost in that conversion. So you go from 12 to 16 minus 600 as your overall amount of energy there. If using the wood pellets to produce power, that's what we're taking a look at here. And you can also subtract the amount used to do this process. This 4 seconds every 5 cellulose fibers. And then these, how much power these use in the end, to get a better idea of things. Speaking of Folgers, that gets me thinking about coffee. Just in general, coffee. I'm gonna need to add another set of these, aren't I? And as was mentioned a bit ago, someone had made a recommendation about setting up a Amazon wish list in a previous stream. I forget which previous stream exactly, but there was a previous stream, a discussion during the stream about setting up an Amazon wish list. Someone apparently was like interested in potentially getting something for me, and they're like, oh yeah, with the Amazon stuff you could not know the recipient's address if you buy something off of a wish list on Amazon. It's like, huh, I need to look into that because I didn't think it was actually a thing anymore. I thought it was changed. As it turns out, what changed, what I was thinking about with the Amazon wish lists was that they became not searchable anymore. Uh, it used to be that with Amazon, if you had a public wish list, you could search public wish lists on Amazon, and they got rid of the ability to search for public wish lists. The functionality has otherwise stayed the same. So I have made a list and posted that on Discord at this point in time. So just saying, if you want to buy me coffee, you can buy me coffee now. The only coffee I have on the list, though, currently is the Death Wish brand. A full pound bag of Death Wish coffee, which is like $20 for one of those. It'll last me about 3 weeks for a bag of that. I could put Folgers. I don't know what the price is gonna be like, though. And since I'm based in US, that's another thing to consider. I don't know about how Amazon handles different currencies, different countries based off of, like, can someone in another... Well, I wouldn't see why not. As long as you can pay in the USD, maybe. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see how that all works. Although apparently it has to be shipped and sold by Amazon. That's like the one thing. And of course, I made my wish list reflective of me as a person, as in I've got like light novels listed on there of series that I've been following, and I've got like one of the small Elgato Stream Deck that I've been meaning to get, but I haven't yet gotten anyway. I need more doohickeys, don't I? I need stuffs. I need inserters. I need fuel here. It's a good thing I'm making fuel here, right? It's a great thing that I'm making fuel here. Oh, goodness. Oh, great. Well. You need to move. And not there. You're asking me if I've ever gotten into Minecraft? I've never even touched it. I have never played Minecraft. That is a thing I have never done. I don't own it at all. Not in any form whatsoever. It's never interested me. I'm not really interested in, like, creative stuff. But that would be another, like, a real mission to learn, right? Pretty major, big mission to learn, that sort of thing. Am I, like... Oh, I need more belt. Yeah, you know, the whole point. Factorio was inspired by modded Minecraft? Okay. Didn't know that one. Am I fully automated with that? I'm fully automated now. Huh. The only problem is I need to deal with this brown algae, because that's just gonna fill up this chest, and then we're screwed, and then we're screwed after that. But you know, we are not gonna run out of the solid fuel at all. We have a persistent supply of power. You're not. Oh, right. There's a backlog because it was out of fuel for a good while. But yeah, that's that, I suppose. The thing to do would be to get landfill going. Cough, cough. Oh, I hear a dolly. She has a cap. She has a bottle cap. And she's playing with it. There you go. Do that. Give that. There we go. And then we get into... Do we prefer making landfill? Or do we prefer making plates? And as we continue to go through things, which is going to be better for us? Well, Dolly. Yeah, what are you doing? You have your cap? You gonna bring me your cap? Or are you just gonna sit there after meowing? She's just gonna sit there after meowing. She plays fetch. I swear. She plays fetch. She brings me the bottle cap and expects me to throw the bottle cap, and then she chases after it, plays with it for about a minute, and then brings it back to me to throw it again. Alright, now it's time to go game speed 20! That's pretty close, right? What is that? Like, 20 would be... 20 times 60, that's 1200, right? So... we're just not quite able to run the game at times 20 speed. But we are able to run it pretty quick. Times 19 point some odd. And, yeah, now some stuff is going to happen. Now we actually have things that can happen. Looks like we need another one of those. That's better. Oh, hey, you know, it'd be nice to, siphon off a bit of that as well. Glorious. Now we wait as we accrue resources. Basically, let's actually prefer the landfill. Do you see how slowly that number is going up? At times 20 speed? Yeah, times 20. Like, look at how fast this number accrues at times 20 speed. Huh. That's not particularly fast. And we're devoting every resource we have. All of the slag into crushed stone is being thrown at this building to make landfill. And that's how fast it operates at this game speed right up here. Thus is the problem with Sea Block. And it's very purposefully designed this way. I just don't understand why it's done this way. I'm gonna eat a chocolate covered coffee bean. Crunchy. It actually tastes good. I think it's dark chocolate, which is great. Not as dark as I'd like, though. I prefer 80% dark. Thereabouts. 80, 85. That's my sweet spot. For the chocolate. Whoops. How quickly can we use this landfill? Well, that's about that. Do I even want to expand up here? Not really. Yeah, So the idea is that we progress in our tech, and that by progressing in our tech, the more that we can build, the more scale we can build at, and so on and so forth, and the better we'll get access to better recipes that operate faster, that are more efficient, because this isn't the most efficient system. This isn't even a particularly good system. It is a system, but it is not the best. It is far from it. So, I have quite a few units of iron and copper now. I am capable of doing quite a bit with all of this, and I've got lots of fuel now to work with. That's not wood. I can get additional science going. In fact, I can get a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see, this tech is 20. Do I want to just automate this? Yes. The answer is always going to be yes. Do you want to automate? Why, yes. Yes, I do want to automate. That sounds like a wonderful idea. I would like to automate. You take those, you take those. You make those, and you throw them into that. I need power poles. So, what is the efficiency here? That is 75%. Uses 533 to make 400. And it actually just makes the electricity, this burner electric generator. What about this guy, though? Oh, it uses 2 and makes 5. Makes a half. Huh. Yeah, nah. Nah, thanks. Thanks, but nah. This thing is added in Sea Block as a space-efficient means of producing power. So this is space efficient. If we use this to get, you know, a full 1.8, 100% efficiency, that is a lot of space because that's 2 steam engines and 1 boiler, right? And it's water and all of that. This thing you just place at the spot that you're getting energy from. So when you need power, it's very convenient. You don't need to have water given. You don't need to have all that space for the steam engines. It's just set it right next to where you're making the fuel and you're good. Super convenient. Okay, that is going to be that on the science for the moment. It's not fully automated. Point that out. It's not fully automated because it's not feeding in what's produced out of here. Not quite yet. I need to move that. I would need to do outputs here. And I would need to do a little bit of... Whoops. Yeah, that's one of those whoops moments. There you go. That shall do it. Ta-da! Now it's fully automated. Now it is completely automated and we can actually automate all of our science. No, oh god, that's... I need to do some stuff with that. How quickly can we process that into alginic acid? 10 oh god, 1 per second? 1/2 per second? Yeah, that's fine. That will chew through it faster than it's being made. That makes 2 alginics. That gets processed into pulp with fiber, though. Wait, is that at ratio? 5:1? It's 5 cellulose from 10 algae? So that's 40 green algae. Then 5 alginic acid is 25 brown algae. So no, that's not the same ratio. Now is it? That's not a 5:1. Why is it not a 5:1? Like, does that not seem like a minor oversight? Surely, this should have an intended use, right? Because right now, it seems like this exists exclusively to force you to have to deal with a 2-output system in the early game. And for no other reason besides forcing you to deal with a 2-output system in the early game. With 0 recourse. That doesn't quite seem right to me. I think it should be exact ratio to go into the pulp here. Unless we need more for other things afterwards. This makes up to 2.5. That does not consume even remotely close to that much. Ahem. So, I'm actually only making 0.1 though, so divide this by, 6. Now that makes that makes actually half that still. So the next tech I get will unlock the exclusive green algae recipe, and then another tech further down the line will unlock an exclusive brown algae tech. And as far as I'm aware, it will always be better to use those exclusive techs as opposed to this tech. That gives you the green and brown for water, because that's not a useful ratio of green to brown. Oh, I need more, I need more assembling machines. Oh, they're here. Why are they here? Science! Glorious, wonderful, beautiful science. Glad to see that you're excited. I am hoping that this will be at least semi-interesting, as opposed to the quality of life megabase, the vanilla quality of life megabase, which I grew bored with, and it became quite obvious that I grew bored with that series. That's just gonna load into a chest, I think, the wooden boards as they are, because I would need to add in copper cable to actually do anything of value there. Copper cable from copper plate that would need to be added in manually. That would need to be, split. Welcome to Sea Block. It's full of spaghetti belts. Spaghetti belts! That's Sea Block in a nutshell, right? Just spaghetti belts everywhere. I'll siphon off a little bit to make more land. So note that between the variations on the grass, that doesn't consume any landfill. I can convert grass to grass in a different style of grass, quote-unquote grass. Yet, I can't convert sand to grass, right? Without actually consuming my landfill that I just made, because it's technically a different tile type entirely. That is the exact reason, is because the landfill is multiple different types of item. It's a different item. So it will get consumed when painting over the different item, essentially. I wish it didn't consume it going from item to item. That's my biggest concern about that mod. Oh hey, I actually made a couple of circuit boards. Cool. We are now waiting for tech to happen. Meaning we're gonna go back to times 20 for a second. For a little bit as all of the red science happens. Sure, just red science needs to happen. There really is nothing else to worry about. I just need to be sure that I chew through this brown algae. I have plenty of power. Yeah, grass to grass. Woohoo! Glorious, glorious circuit boards. Glorious automated circuit boards. It's great. I love it. The circuit boards are automated. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's magnificent. I have 60 whole units of landfill. And it's gone. And just that fast, it has disappeared. Really? Iron? Iron is the limit. It makes sense because the science uses twice as much iron as it does copper. It's 2 iron and 1 copper per unit. You can see it up there, the total raw resource. And the ratio that this guy is outputting, or that this guy is outputting, is not that. Not quite that. Although it is more sapphirite than stereotype. It's a 55% chance to get 2 versus the 70% chance to get 1. That's a very strange calculation. But hey, that is a thing. I officially have the ability to get into the rubite and bobmonium now, which also means I have access to mineral sludge, which is a far more efficient system. And this is where things start to really begin to get complicated, because to get into this system, we're going to be needing filters. We're going to be needing charcoal, which is a further processing of the wooden pellets. So, as stuff and tech accrues, I'm going to need to get into yes, so charcoal here is made out of wood bricks. So we have to process our pellets to bricks and then our bricks into charcoal. For whatever reason, at some point, bricks had their fuel value removed. I don't know why exactly. I guess they were just too strong of a fuel source. But wood bricks completely annihilated the fuel value at some point. So strange. But then they convert into charcoal, which has fuel value. Which is like, like, charcoal has fuel value. Charcoal is 4 megajoules each. You get 5 per brick. As you can see there, total raw is 12 of the cellulose fiber. Which, yeah, that's 12 megajoules, making, oh gosh, well, 5 charcoal, which is 5 times 4, which is 20 megajoules. So you've got 12 megajoules converting into 20 minus the amount of power used in the buildings over the course of the crafting times of each of the individual recipes, all added together. Which I don't think is particularly great of an increase overall in the grand scheme. Like, is that even an increase? A few. I think it's a few megajoules. It's not 8. It's like 6 or 5. But yeah, there is an increase, and then of course this is going to be the much superior process to get into wooden boards. The idea over time is that we are not going to do this at all, but there is a progression to get there, because getting into wood is going to be its own pain in the rear, and will actually consume a little bit of iron in the process. Do I prefer Train Supply Manager to LTN? Always. I mean, I've not even used LTN. That's how much I actually think of the thing. I don't care for LTN and how it does things. I much prefer the Train Supply Manager, because I don't have to think about Train Supply Manager. I don't really have to think about it. Come on, use the proper texture, thanks. Yeah, I'm at a point I don't even have to think about the Train Supply Manager anymore. It's autopilot for me now. It's just I've got a little blueprint or I set up my blueprints for requester stations that have the logic that I'm going to use for the entire base already built in, so I don't even need to do or think about the logic on the requester stations at all. And the only reason why there's even logic there is to just prevent it from sending every single train always to that location. It's just a little bit of circuit logic to stop sending trains when there's enough stuff at the station. And it doesn't really care what stuff is there. It doesn't care what the stuff is. It's just when there's stuff, enough of it, stop sending trains. And it's an ID based system on the supplies and requests as well. So you just define an arbitrary ID to a depot, to a supply station set. It's just this arbitrary ID that you can just assign icons to. Could be whatever you want. And then at the requester station, just request that arbitrary ID, and it'll just bring the stuff from that supply. It doesn't care what's in those trains. You can put anything in those trains. It doesn't care. It's just like, oh, you want to send this ID trains to this station? Sure, I'll send it. I'll pull it. I'll do the thing. That's Train Supply Manager. That's how that works. Hello and welcome to the last half hour of the stream. Of our morning stream, of our day 1 of the Sea Block playthrough. My goodness, this is an experience where we get to spend our time mostly talking as we run the game at 20 times speed. Why are we running the game at 20 times speed? Because science needs to be done. We are fully automated at this point. They're just waiting for science before progressing, and waiting for some accrual of resources before progressing, and like expanding the amount of land I have available to me in the meanwhile. Slowly accumulating land to build on by running the game super quickly. Ways in which I would improve Sea Block if I were in complete control. 1-to-1. 1-to-1. maybe not quite 1-to-1, but not 10-to-1, right? Maybe maybe 3 or 4-to-1, not 10. The rate at which you accrue landfill is just disgustingly bad. Especially at the start, it is straight up disgustingly slow to accumulate enough land for the landfill, which, by the way, is not the actual point of the challenge. It's actually one of the most minor aspects of Sea Block is the limited land. That is by far the least interesting aspect of this in actual truth. What do I even? You are necessary. Steel, of course. I need to take garden processing to access the greenhouses. There was something weird about this, though. I need Arboretum 1, don't I? Which means I need to take farming, and then I need to take Arboretum 1, because in order to actually do this... Huh? Yeah, in order to actually do this automated, I need saw blades to process the trees into wood. So I need to take this tech and the farming tech to get into here. Oh, that's a... Ooh. Oh, that's a great question. A great point. So there's 3 levels of modules. How is this balanced now? We have an advanced processing unit, apparently. Chrome. Please tell me this isn't that. Please tell me there's an individual sorting for this. Of course not. Why would there be an individual ore sorting for chrome? Of course not. Of course they're gonna force that on you. Okay, well that's part 1. That's fine. Oh. Wait. Okay. Oh, that's the processor board. Really? So level 3 doesn't require the logic board? Huh. The level 2 needs the processor board, which requires the crystal. Okay. That requires the crystal. Which is the big biters. So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different, because that's going to need the big biters to get level 2 modules, and therefore level 3s. Wow. And then that's going to need the level 1, which the level 1 is going to need the logic board, which is the medium which is the medium biter, right? Yeah, the medium biters. And then there's a level 0, which I don't think... no, it is. There is a module 0. And how much you're gonna bet? How much do you want to bet that the circuit board here is the splinter? Yep, that's the level 1 for the biters. Okay. So just things. I know what I need to do to get the modules. It's just that's gonna be space. Yeah, we need a little bit of space to make 3 levels of modules. Why are you not? Oh, copper? Wait, what? Okay. Now you're copper limited because of this. Here, let's go ahead and just not. Let's not that anymore. For the moment, anyway. How much stuff? 309. Cool. Ba-ba-ba. Well, that's that. How quickly 300 units goes by. I could begin changing over stuff to more efficient processes. How about we go ahead and do that, or do I want to wait for arboretums? So the problem with that is that it's gonna need glass for the greenhouses, which means silicon, which means rubite, which, yeah, that's gonna be a little while. That's new. Hmm. Oh, of course it's pretty easy after, like, anything planned on mods. Especially since before doing my quality of life megabase and before doing the there is no spoon achievement, the last major modded series I've done was ABX, where I learned the new things added in ABX, minus the new Angels Industry rebalance stuff. But I now know the mechanics of the biter raising, for example, to get into the modules and to get into those shards. I know how to do that. So that's going to be a thing that we'll have to do again for this series to get into modules. You know, I think that I could just... you know, that's pretty important right there. That's pretty important right there. Yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty important. Hey, so is that one. Yeah. These are important. Oh, do I have the... I do. Give me my iron. I want my iron. I want my iron. But it's all going into science. Oh boy, yeah, give me the electric ore crushers. That's gonna help a bit. Just a little bit, though. Yeah, ABX is Sea Block without the water. I played it without circuit processing, though, so I will need to learn circuit processing, and I'll have to adjust to the science cost tweaker science changes on top of everything else. Give me that. Give me one more of those. And then I can get rid of this belt in its entirety. Whoops, I actually needed that. I still need to fuel these. Okay, let's tone it down again. Take care of those. Stop with the landfill in its entirety. Because it's time to expand and to do other things. Yeah, expansion sounds good. That is a few wooden boards. Oh, good. You've chewed through the vast majority of that. Let's see. I need to get into the crystallizer stuff and filtration. Now, I'll need another... everything. I'll need more... Oh, God, that's a thing. Right. That is a change that happened after I passed this phase of the game in the ABX playthrough. The introduction of glowing hot iron plates to make steel. That's new. I need to do washing. I need washing plants and seafloor pumps. I need iron. I need lots of iron. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. Oh hey, you remember about that game speed? Yeah, I need iron. I need iron. Yeah. I need a clarifier as well. Oh god, 45 iron for a clarifier? Jeez. Okay. Washing plants. The key thing here is that the level 1 makes 2 whole units of hydrogen disulfide, or blah, hydrogen sulfide gas for this initial thingy. Oh, and yeah, I need a liquefier for the mud. Like, oh hey, yeah, mud. Mud, where are you? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Huh. There should also be a mud into landfill. Have I just not taken that yet? Or is that green? That might be green. Landfill. Oh no, that's here. That's in a different building then. That would be... It's in an assembly machine? Uh-huh. Here. Yeah. So you can convert mud into grass out of this, but importantly you get hydrogen sulfide gas, which, in a something or other, apparently not this, in a chemical plant, more iron is required. In a chemical plant, we can get sulfur out of hydrogen sulfide gas and oxygen. Ta-da! And then in another 2 chemical plants, we can convert said sulfur into sulfur dioxide, and then we can convert sulfur dioxide with purified water. Ah, the webs we weave. Iron, iron, so much iron. So much iron is required. We need so much stuffs. This is why this takes a very long time now. Ooh. Oh, I must have had the, some of the pipe. Cool. You need a hydro plant, which is massive. And this is going to take in water, making saline and purified water. We'll use the purified water here. And we will, of course, use saline to make brown algae. Or just, you know, clarify it. I hate this, actually. Okay, it has... Fortunately, fluid control is a red science tech. So I can get the valves quite easily with just the red science here. They used to be green. Yeah, they used to be green. So, that will give me the sulfuric acid that I need in the end. Note that the oxygen will come from electrolysis of water into hydrogen and oxygen. In the alternative, wouldn't it be better, though, to split air? Hellmod. I need oxygen. I currently have a couple of ways of getting oxygen. One way is to split air. So say I need 10 units of oxygen. That is not the correct building. So say I have a standard chemical plant. Well, it needs compressed air, and that compressed air is going to come from an air filter. Okay. This process uses 152.1 kilowatts. Okay. This is as opposed to oxygen from our slag process. To get 10 units of oxygen each second in the slag process, we need 413.4 kilowatts. But we're already doing this for slag. Hello. Dolly has joined me again. Hello, my Dolly. How's the baby? She's so cute. She's such a cutie. Yes, my baby. She's such a cute little gray tabby. Such a cute little gray tabby. So the slag, we're gonna get to that. We're not gonna need it. So we're getting into that, or we are going to need slag, but slag is a result of many processes. Many processes. And while we do need slag slurry, we can make slag slurry out of crushed stone, which you can get by crushing slag. And you get it out of the ore processing as well. And, very importantly, you get it out of geode processing into crystal dust. Why is that important? Oh boy, that's so very important. That's so very important for a bit later on. Not quite for right now, though, because we don't have the geo outputs quite yet. I think that's green science. Washing. Yeah, that would be green science. That's going to be a far more efficient process overall to get everything. However, the point we're trying to have here, yes, this is just a byproduct. We don't want to use this as our primary means of getting the oxygen for these processes. There is also technically another process that is a little bit different, and that is the purified water process. But we actually have to, make the purified water as well, and combined, that's 348.8 versus 152.1 here out of this. This is the way to get oxygen primarily for our various processes that need it, including this here and this here. To get sulfuric acid. Why do we want sulfuric acid? Because we need sulfuric acid to get into our slurries. Our slurries. This takes sulfuric acid in, plus crushed stone and or slag. Note that ratio, though. It's 50 slag slurry for 5 slag, or 50 slag slurry from 20 crushed stone. If you get slag, keep it slag. That is a difference in efficiency that I didn't notice initially. Yeah, keep it slag. If you have slag. And from there, by making the slag slurry, you can filter it into mineral sludge, and then you crystallize it into whatever type of individual ore you want, including sapphirite, steatite, rubite, or bobmonium. Now, ratios are also a thing to consider, and, just how much sulfuric acid we need in the end, how much slag is needed out of this in the end, and yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a little bit of space to set all this up. And let's not forget that this also needs filters, and it makes sulfuric wastewater, which you need another hydro plant for to process that sulfuric wastewater into sulfur to keep the sulfuric acid looping for you. I think it's a perfectly closed system. We can check this. If I search for sapphirite, I grab that if I want one. Mineral sludge. Slag slurry. From slag, that's 7.5. Sulfuric acid. That much sulfur dioxide. That much sulfur. We get that there. It's not quite. I think it's slightly positive on sulfur. I'm getting slightly negative. I'm getting a slightly negative on sulfur. Oh no, positive. What am I thinking? It's outputting more. Wait, where is it getting... Where is it getting 40... Uh, game is drunk, I think. Oh hey, there it goes. Somehow. Somehow, that has done a thing-ish. Hmm? Oh, now it just says input 25 mineral sludge. Uh... What? That's gonna be that. Like, Matrix Solver, why are you not... Like, sulfur dioxide? Like, huh? Helmod, you're crazy. Oh, ta-da! It was having trouble with the purified water input-output production from here as well. Let's see. So, this is slightly positive on sulfuric acid output. Yes, this is slightly positive on sulfuric acid output. I don't need the washing because it's a closed, well, it is a loop that ends up producing more sulfuric acid in the end. AKA it's slightly sulfur positive. Like you think of this as slightly sulfur positive. All you really need is the initial washing to kickstart the process, and it is good to go forever. And you actually need to vent a little bit. You have to valve the sulfuric acid to vent excess. Yes, and vent the washing product after it starts kicking in and moving. Because, let's see, all you really need to provide here... Wait, why does that say 0.3 and that say 0.2? Why does that say... Huh. Well, you only need 7.5, so... Meh. Don't know. Don't know, it doesn't... There it is. Is that just a rounding thing? It might be a rounding thing. Might be a rounding thing. If it's not a rounding issue, I don't know what it could be. Let me see if I can add additional place values here. Okay, it's 0.21, and that is precisely 0.2. But it doesn't matter because that's still producing far more sulfuric acid. So yeah, it's fine. I need 7.5. it produces a little bit more than 7.5, not 8.01. 8. It's 8. It's 8. I don't know how it's stuff things. It's something with the water. I'll blame it on the water. It's a half a unit per 25 sludge. And this is precisely... Oh, it's 1.34. Why does that be that sad? And then you have to think, well, okay, there's also, I need charcoal. And then you also need charcoal, which... that's gonna feed itself by itself. Wait, where's the... There it is. That needs to be a thing. That needs to be a thing. That needs to be from that. That is from that. That is from that. Oh, God. That is from... Oh, there's 20 mineralized. Aha! Yeah, that produces excess mineralized, so that actually works. Input water, output ore, as well as a little bit of extra of a bit of hydrogen and a bit of stuff and things. Oh, that's actually making... I did the wrong purified water. Huh. I did the wrong purified water recipe. But it's fine, because I'm using the slag. Yeah, that actually works just fine. You can get the purified water differently, and you can do other things with the oxygen and all that good stuff, but turns out it makes enough hydrogen to do the water, and enough oxygen to do the water through this process anyway. Cool. However, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's 4.4 megawatts of power. It's 10 electrolyzers. And a whole bunch of buildings. And this is for 1 per second of one of the ore types. We have 4 ore types. And then we need to actually process those ores into plates. Welcome to the space problem. Regardless, though, we have a plan of what we're going to work on a bit in the next stream. During this entire time, I have accrued a few resources that I will now use for science. We have reached the end of the stream for the day, folks, at this point in time. It has been over 3 hours as we plan out our next steps to transition into the next phase of the game. I will set myself back to time speed 2 here. Well, what did we get done over the course of the day today? We got into our automation. We automated the red science, and we are automated on our production of the red science. That's what we've really done. We've automated red science. We've taken a whole bunch of red science techs. Now we need to start to use some of what this red science has unlocked for us to do things in a faster and more efficient way, all the while also trying to expand how much space we have available to us, which we'll see. We'll see how we get on with all of that. We'll just have to pick everything up and rebuild it again, pretty much, to make better use of the space as we continue onward. But with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. It's very, very, very important as the first episode of a series. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell, and consider becoming an Erudite Otaku member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button. You could also support on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat. You can find the mod list for this series as well as the map exchange string available on my Discord, linked in the description below the video. It is open to everyone. I will return at the turn of this next hour for more Stardew Valley of our beach farm playthrough. I will be back with day 2 of this series on Thursday morning at the same time. I hope to see you all then.